Cat and today I am talking about Between the Sea and Stars by Chantal. I was sent a review ebook copy from Chantal because I reviewed her last book Alleluia, and I will leave a link to that. I think it's this corner. Yeah, this corner. So a quick synopsis, it's got Little Mermaid vibes, but more like Hans Christian Andersen than Disney. Lena is a merrow, or mermaid, and longs to see the world above the water, you know, where the people are. But merrows are forbidden from breaching the surface of the water after their queen once met a horrible ending doing so. But events happen and Lena is forced to flee her underwater life and she joins the human world. So short review, I gave it 3.75 stars. I enjoyed it more than Alleluia, and I could definitely see improvements from that book to this book, which is always good for an author. I am sad that it's so short though. There is a book 2 coming, but it took me a little bit to get into the story, and once I was really into it and action was happening, it just finished. Like, I turned the page and I was like, that's it? Cool, so long review. So I tend to favour protagonists such as Rose Hathaway, Isabel Lightwood, Selena Sardothian, but Lena is not one of them, but she is strong in her own ways. So under the sea, she knows the rules of the world and she's the hunter of food in her family, but she's still quite naive. And once she joins the human world, that innocence is even more heightened. Mermaids don't wear clothes, so she's confused as to why human women wear such long dresses. Another person makes a comment about more than kissing, and she's very confused and doesn't get it because, you know, she was half fish before. But she also has that bravery that comes with naivety. Some are stupid human things like the patriarchal society rules, but others are like absurd things like believing in things that you shouldn't but like are actually real anyway. Chantal writes protagonists that are quietly strong, and it's a nice change of pace. So a few quick things I appreciated about the book. Lena can talk, no witches stealing your voice here, which, you know, it makes sense and it makes communication easier because Lena can't read or write, you know, being from an underwater world and not having books. It takes time for Lena to adapt. She can't walk straight away and it hurts too. So she eventually builds up the strength in her legs and she copies other people to learn how to walk. There's no insta-love here, which is something that kind of annoyed me about her last book, but no insta-love here, and romance really isn't the main focus of the book. It's like the secondary focus. The main focus is, you know, Lena joining the human world and discovering all these new things. What happened to... what the fuck happened to the lighting? Speaking of romance, there are 3 young guys in Lena's life. First, there's Asger, the merman. I really do not know what happened to the lighting here. Like, there's no fog. I have mixed feelings on him. Like, he's giving Lena the choice to visit the human world, but he also seems to have a possessive streak to him. He seems alright at first, but if he ever gets to marry Lena, it seems like he'll think that he owns her. So it's definitely reflective of some real life men. But you know, he also kills humans for a living, so that's one end of the spectrum. It's getting worse. I don't know what the lighting's doing. Second, we have Jace, and not Herondale, because I actually like Jace Herondale. So this Jace, I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but he's very influenced by those around him and might very well be a good case of toxic masculinity. Lena definitely goes through the thought process of whether she owes him because he saved her, and he definitely thinks she owes him something. Wasn't like this at the beginning of the video. And lastly, we have Soren. Oh, Soren, I love him. He owns the bookstore, and if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, I don't know what will. He's lovely, he's caring, and he believes in mermaids. He's such a sweet cinnamon roll, so there's the other end of the spectrum. So Between Sea and Stars should be out by the time you're watching this video, so I will leave a link to it down in the description if you want to grab a copy. And if you've already read it, comment down below if you liked it or not. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because I need to find a way to figure out how to fix whatever this camera is doing. I'm being taken over by the mist coming from the sea. I don't even know.